Welcome back to Tuna Tech. So, in my last video I unboxed the Pixel 5 in sage green and this fabric case, which I wasn't too sure about, but honestly I love it. So you're here for one thing, and that's to answer one question: why you should not buy this phone. And it's pretty simple, really. Well, maybe not simple. So I talked about in the last video, this segment price range is very crowded. You've got the OnePlus 8T, you've got Samsung Galaxy S20 FE, you've got this Apple SE, the upcoming Apple 12 Mini. You've got a lot of phones in the $499 to $799 price bracket, and this one kind of falls somewhere towards the top end of $699. So let me explain why you should not buy this phone. So, one, the price. And you might think, well, $699 isn't that bad. But you know what? It's $599 in other countries. And that's because of Verizon's 5G antenna in here, I believe. If I'm wrong, down in the comments, please let me know. So price is a big thing. I mean, $699 for a phone with this. It's got 8 gigs of RAM, 120 gigs of storage. That's not expandable. It's got a somewhat premium build. It's all aluminum, not glass. I mean, I appreciate Google going out of their way to change it up a little bit. That's my first gripe. Second, size. Now, I'm kind of in two camps here. I love that my Note 20 Ultra, my Fold 2, and even the AT. They've got large screens and they're perfect for watching content and surfing the web and everything else. But I had the 4A for a while, and I loved that phone because it was small. I mean, look, you can hold it in one hand. Everything's reachable. But, so the bad thing about that is it's small, so watching content isn't as much fun as it would be on a bigger screen. The flip side of that is, although this isn't the reason why not to buy it, I appreciate the size for running. I have one of those armbands that you can put on your arm so you can run, as my smartwatch is not LTE enabled, so I've got to have a way to listen to music. So this should fit in that band. So size can be a downfall to some. Okay. 3, the speakers. I know you've heard like other reviews, and they're not horrible, but there's no speaker here. It's underneath the screen, which is actually kind of neat in theory. But sound wise, I mean, it gets fairly loud, but it doesn't sound that great. Again, is this your surround sound theater? No, but that could be another reason not to buy this. So those are the 3 main gripes I have against it. You know, and the other thing I would say is, yes, Google kind of went back a little bit to the Nexus series, you know, when they were giving you pretty much decent specs for a limited price, and it drove techies crazy, as like me. But the other thing is internals. So yes, I know software experience means a whole lot, and this is no exception. The screen's decent, speed's great. I don't play any games. Every game I've thrown at it's been fine, but it does have a Snapdragon 765, which I know people hate when I say this, but Geekmark, all those benchmark apps are going to show that the 865 blows it away. And I know you're not an Apple camp, but Apple's products usually seem to be leaps and bounds ahead. But day-to-day use, that's not a big deal. So if you're a techie and you want all the newest specs, this does have slower memory. I want to say it's UFS 2.0 or 2.1 or something, whereas most of the newer ones are at 3 or 3.1, which will make things faster. But the other thing is the software experience is a plus. But Google is starting to rely on their camera tech a lot. So you're buying this for the camera. And I will say, with most Pixel devices, it was one of those phones where if I took it with me, I was going to be guaranteed a great photo. And this is no different. But it's getting long in the tooth. The sensors are the same. They're changing the software. I get it. You can do a lot with software, but it will come to an end where you're going to have to update something. So they threw in a wide angle, but took out the telephoto. I don't see why you couldn't give us all 3. I don't know if it's a limitation of the processor in here, or maybe just their computation photography wasn't there yet, so they didn't want to throw extra lens in there. Either way, so those are my 4 or 5 reasons not to buy this. Am I saying don't buy it? I'm not. But if you like bigger screens, faster processors, better sounding speakers, those are things you want to take into consideration, because there is the FE, there is the 8T, there is the Samsung, Apple SE, there's all the line of the Xiaomi phones, the OnePlus Nord. There's a bunch of phones, and its price range is getting more crowded. Hopefully this new way of thinking will kind of take us back into Google trying new things. I mean, before I close out here, one other thing that puts us in a bad position is the Pixel 4a 5G, which is I guess the brother to this. It is $499. It's got the same 765 processor and the same lenses. The only difference is the screen is a little bit bigger. It's plastic or polycarbonate, which is a fancy word for plastic. It's not water resistant. It's got a headphone jack, smaller battery. But if you're looking for something bigger with similar qualities, you can get one for hundreds less. So that's just my quick video after a few days of using this device. I 100% love this device. I just would say for the average consumer, they may look at other phones that offer more features, but you can't forego the fact that this has some great software experience and the guaranteed 3 years of software updates. So if you like this video, like, share, subscribe, and see you on the next one.